All right, coming to you live from Pahrump, Nevada, the Valley of the Dirt People. I'm not your normal host, but I'm normal the producer Matt, here with some other guy.
Yeah, Logan Tyler.
Okay, and then together we're also here with some other random stranger, Jimmy Lewis.
I'm on the road.
Yeah, you're pulled over on some side of the on the road on the side of the road between here and Washington.
I found Wi-Fi's or something like that, or internets. Actually, it is internet. So we'll see if the lights stay on now. They're flickering right.
Well, I hope you don't talk to us in the darkness. I mean, you can always just get a little lamp, right? A little Coleman lamp.
Yeah, I'm wondering why my lights are flickering here. This isn't good.
Did you do the did you do the wiring? That might be why.
Okay. No. Yeah. So you guys are going to handle the show. I'll just chime in when I need to, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, because what is this show about, Logan?
Dirt bikes and dirt bike related products.
Yeah, look at that. See, already doing better than last time, and I'm keeping a close eye on the audio levels. So people in the chat, if Logan and I are a lot more quiet than Jimmy, let us know, and we do have a solution. So, yeah, everything's doing good. We do want to thank our sponsors, by the way. Yamaha, we thank them a lot for coming on, becoming a big sponsor. And then, Jimmy, what's the gear that you always like to ride in?
Climb. I wore Climb today. I rode like 100 miles this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I had to intermix two different jobs. I was driving by a place I had to go ride to see something, and I wore. What did I wear? That was good today? Actually, I wore Climb adventure boots today. I've never worn them
now.
Riding the dirt bike, and so I actually said I'm gonna go out because I knew I was gonna be bouncing through some stuff, and I wore them pretty good. They're, like I said, they're more adventure boots, so they're kind of they're a little bit lower. They're not as tall as a normal motocross boot. They have a real good lug sole. Mm-hmm. The interesting thing is they have the BOA adjustability, so you just kind of like some of the high pants have the Climb boots. Yeah, it has one buckle, a Velcro thing, and then a BOA that like really snugs it down around your foot, and it's a pretty comfortable boot. A little bit bulky down on the toes for what I'm used to, but I was pretty surprised at how comfortable it was. Like when you put your foot in there, just a really comfortable boot, and it wasn't too bad on the dirt bike. So I thought it was going to be a little too soft in the sole, and it didn't really bother me too much. So yeah. I got to thank DDC. I was running DDC sprockets today. Trail Tech. I had a Trail Tech Voyager Pro and a regular Voyager on the bike I was riding because I was taking track logs of what I was doing. And
did you use the new mount?
The new mount is on the bike. So,
there we go.
Yeah, it's the it's instead of the plastic one, this one's an aluminum one. It has more robust buttons. I'm pretty sure they're available now. I'm actually going to I'm going to probably see Kelly from Trail Tech at the event I'm going to. I'm going to the Tour Tech rally. This is where I'm heading to the Tour Tech rally. I think that's the right direction. Is the camera working the right way? Yeah.
Yeah, we can see it just fine.
Yeah. I put it on I guess it reversed itself around, which is good because usually I'm backwards. But I'll see Kelly up there. Hopefully I'll get a couple more of those things. We got to thank Scott Sports. So Scott goggles. I've been wearing Scott goggles since I was a little kid. And
they've been around that long.
That has been around that long. Longer than that, actually.
Really?
The Prospect goggle, which is really awesome goggle. I know that's what Logan likes, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So Scott has come on board to help us, and then we definitely got to thank Taco Mike for hooking us up with the EXCFE Performance and Tech Talk streaming group. Some of you may be live in the chats. Do not be afraid to ask questions, especially kind of like live in our chat. Ask those questions there, because tonight I just thought of this. We're gonna do the bang them out round, where I'm just going to bang out the answers to the questions quickly.
Okay.
Yeah. No bullshit. I'm just going to go straight to the answers. You get a pretty unfiltered answer. It's probably not the one you want to hear, but it's the one that has 40 some odd years of experience behind it. And probably if you wonder who the hell I am, I don't like to talk about myself that much, but let's see. I'm a washed up motorcycle racer, former motorcycle journalist. I teach motorcycle riding techniques and work with some of the best riders in the world. So not really on riding techniques. I just work on their brains. So
Yeah, for
that's
rally
what
stuff?
I do. Yeah, rally training. We do
Can you
rally
talk
training.
Can you talk about the thing you were doing like last week with Ricky? I don't know if they were supposed to talk about that or not.
Yeah, it's rally training.
Okay,
Yeah, Ricky's a special case. So sometimes he takes a little bit, he takes a little bit more of my time.
yeah.
So no, we had a really awesome training. I was stoked because I was really having fun on my motorcycle for some reason. My recently rebuilt KTM 500 factory rally bike. I mean, every time we went out, I put a lot of time on the guy. I mean, it's just literally smoking him. Is he in the chat room, by the way?
I don't see him in the chat room quite yet.
Good. I was killing him. There were very few times when he was even close. Like I was putting mega minutes on him.
Really?
And it probably wasn't because I was taking a lot of shortcuts. I knew the road book, and I also had a GPS unit with track logs inside of it.
So those had nothing to do with it?
Oh, it had nothing to do with my skill or anything like that.
Okay.
I was all cheating, but that's,
okay.
So yeah, that's just what I do in my spare time. One of my other jobs. I'm also brought to you by Jimmy Lewis Off-Road Training. If you are signed up for the Tour Tech Rally and you are not signed up for one of my classes, you're going to miss out. It's a really good way to see what we can teach you, and I promise you, I can make you a better rider. So that's
guaranteed. And then also the beginner riding class out here in Pahrump, with yours truly. I actually do have some people emailing back and forth about that. So
awesome. Yeah.
Potential clients.
We've tasked Matt with handling. If you want to, actually, you don't even have to be like a beginner rider to benefit from the stuff. If you're a beginner rider, coming out and doing that training is going to get you started on such a much better platform, kind of understanding, balance and traction and just how to control and operate the motorcycle other than just throttle turns this way, maybe somebody will come out and see you. Or our class dates for the school just went up on the website just yesterday, I think. So those October and November dates will probably sell out pretty quick. So if you want to come out and get some training, you would be amazed at what you will learn because of the stuff that you forgot to learn when you taught yourself outside.
Or just some of the basics that you just never thought you need. You didn't do it basic enough.
Correct.
Another common thing. But yeah, so thanks to all our sponsors. We do have, some questions, but we also have an awesome segment of Roost or Endo for you tonight. And then we actually have boxes tonight for
boxes to open up.
Yeah, we have multiple boxes.
Did you guys send me the link to the Restream box questions, comments, things?
I'm going to send it to you when Logan's going to start reading the first question here.
Okay.
When he does that, I'm going to get you the link.
Okay, Logan, what's our question?
Joe Doyle, missing the last 10 or so shows. Who's the new teenage kid and what's happened to Logan? I know this has probably been covered before, but is it still possible to pop start my bike once a Rekluse clutch is installed? I know there is some adjustments and different opinions, but was never clear on it. Thanks, Jimmy.
Well, let's get to the first part. Like, did you grow a beard or something like that?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, maybe your voice is changing. That you know what they say when you're not around. Well, your dad probably says it right in front of you. Your balls drop.
What did I just sit in on? Because I just heard.
Yeah, don't worry about it, Matt. Yeah, you'll probably shut me down and tell me to shut up. is it possible to pop start my bike once a Rekluse clutch is installed? Yes and no. It depends on the bike. And, you know, some of them, if it depends on the way that you can adjust the clutch lever or the clutch slave unit with the free play gain. So on your Rekluse, you can basically, if you need to bump start your bike, you can run the engagement so that it essentially would drag all the time. And then because you think about the way that the Rekluse clutch works is you're gonna make the total gap of the clutch pack is you're gonna make it bigger than the amount of the plates and the Rekluse EXP, because with that EXP expands and contracts, that's what's causing the clutch to engage and disengage. When the motor spins up, the wedges move out, the plates tighten up inside that clutch thing. So if you were through the free play gain adjust, if you're taking that play out, it will cause it to drag. And then generally, if you have that on there, you also have the ability to use your clutch lever. So you can get it to drag, you can bump start the bike, and then you have to start using the clutch like normal again. And then, you know, if hopefully you can do that, or hopefully your battery just went a little bit dead and you can charge it back up. Usually if you need to bump start your bike, something else is wrong. So yeah, but not with, you cannot pop start the bike with the Rekluse installed when it's properly adjusted. So I've done it before where I had a battery go bad once, and I had to, take all the free play. It was on a bike that did not have a Kickstarter, and I took all the free play gain out of it, and then was able to bump start it. And I thought that I had a jump pack in my backpack, which I didn't. Somebody took it out to jump start something else and never put it back. So did you do that, Logan?
No.
Nope.
Oh no, he was quick to answer there. I had a question involving all of this, but I totally forgot it. But George in the chat did ask, can you bump a slipper clutch with Rekluse? I don't know if you covered that or not.
Bump a slipper clutch with the Rekluse. I don't know. I'm trying to get into the chat room right now. So what does he mean by a slipper clutch?
I'm not entirely sure.
Like a bike, I think some of the KTM Adventure bikes have slipper clutches in them. So this is not showing me the chat for some reason. Closed.
Are you logged in to Restream by any chance?
Yeah, I just did.
Okay, so you'll be able to find the chat.
I see 36 people are watching it now.
Yeah.
Let's see, dashboard close. I don't know how this works. Chat is waiting for new messages. Are there no messages in it?
No, there's messages in it. It's just that you're not going to see what's already been in there, so you're only going to see the messages from here on out. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
I'm late to the party.
It's all right. There actually are some good questions in the chat, but I want to bust through the web questions first. Oh, there we go.
Right. Okay.
So cool.
So
yeah. So hit me up, Logan. What's next?
KTM 390 long-term video. This. I've the same bike and same mirrors. Love this bike, but if we're honest, let's just say the double take mirrors do vibrate more than the stock ones, and I've done my due diligence in tightening them correctly.
Really? Huh. That's news to me. I've never had stock mirrors vibrate less than the double take ones. I mean, I'm trying to think of maybe some adventure bikes with horribly big misplaced mirrors, but Not in my bike. So
I wonder if he's actually using like the true double take, or if he's using like the Ram ones, because I know Ram mounts make a version.
The double take ones use Ram mounting stuff. It's a Ram ball that they send you, the Ram ball that screws into the old attachment where your stock mirror came out of. So yeah, I'm surprised by that, but I'm not gonna say that that's not happening to you. I don't know how you got your stuff. I wonder. Okay, so same bike and same mirrors. This is just me just going down rabbit hole with this, because I'm gonna modify my bike, and a lot of times you get all the parts and you modify your bike all at once. I wonder if you went from the stock type tire to a more aggressive tire at the same time he changed his mirrors, because knobbies on adventure bikes will make the mirrors vibrate. Everything will not, it doesn't vibrate. You're feeling just the knobs hitting the ground, and it makes everything a little, I guess, vibrating is what it's really doing. So I'm curious about this, if maybe there was some other change that went to the same time as the mirror ones, because I tell you right now that I know that the double take ones on our bike, because I had stock mirrors on it for a long time, and then I switched. That's why I always do one switch at a time, one change at a time. They did not vibrate more, so on our bike. So Vess, I would be stoked if I had the answer to that question, or you could tell me that I'm completely full of crap and I don't know what I'm talking about.
When I was working at that shop in Alaska, there was one customer who came in who actually had something similar, but his solution was to crank like on the screws so hard that it actually left an imprint on the ball itself from the double take.
On some of the GPS units with the longer arms, I have to do this. I have to really crank on it, and if you sometimes when you over tighten it, it loses some of the vibration dampening that's inherently built into that Ram system. I could see that. So yeah, good.
Cool.
Next question.
2018 Africa Twin video. Cody Acronato. Awesome bike. I'm good on the auto transmission though. I'm sure it's a net positive, but the fun of riding is being in control of the vehicle, including shifting.
So he doesn't like DCT, is what he's saying. He's saying, I think what he's saying is that he feels like he's losing some of the motorcycle riding experience because of DCT. I hear people say that about the Rekluse clutch. So, yeah, sorry. Sorry about that.
just don't buy the bike, right?
Hey, no, I mean, but you can paddle shift the thing. So you still can shift it. You're just not doing it with your foot. You can shift it all you want. Actually, it'll reject some of your shifts. Like if you try to downshift when it's too high of an RPM, or you don't have enough RPM to make the upshift, it won't allow you to do it. But generally you don't want to do that shift anyways. Yeah.
Oh, so it's like an automatic car that has like the little, you can like it'll let you like shift. Yeah. Okay.
Same. Yeah. Okay.
That's cool. So so I'm not familiar with the Africa Twin actually. Is the paddle shifters, are they just like I'm guessing they're just on the handlebars, like you do it with your thumbs, or?
Yeah, you use your I don't remember. It's been a while since I've ridden one. You use your thumb to do one thing, downshift, or maybe you use your thumb to upshift and use your index finger kind of on the front of the instrument cluster to downshift. But yeah,
I feel like Ricky would know, because I thought he rode one for some promo somewhere. I don't know.
I don't know which one. I don't know which model he rode. Actually, I haven't even seen that video. Heather was watching it and said, "Hey, have you seen this?" I'm like, "No. Where did that come from?" So I didn't watch enough Insta use to see that. The Ultranets, whatever.
The Instagram Reels.
Right. What does Justin Bradley want to know?
Oh, it's in this.
Logan.
Okay.
His phone was not on. He was not ready.
So I saw in your test you tried a couple FMF Mega Bomb headers for the new generation CRF 450X. Would you have any of them laying around still that I could purchase from you? I haven't had any luck in finding one new and am open to buying a used one if you have it.
Well, no, I don't have any laying around, and I wouldn't sell them to you anyways because I don't. Unlike most motorcycle journalists, I do not sell off all the stuff that we get for free. So I either give it to the guys that help us do our testing, because generally it's on one of their bikes, or it's someone that does that kind of stuff, or it goes back to the manufacturer, especially when it's kind of prototype stuff, which a couple of those were. I think they ended up on Big John's bike. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Big John.
I think one did.
Yeah, I know one did. I know which one. I know he really liked one of them, and so it ended up going there. But yeah, I don't sell stuff like that. So every once in a while, I'll trade somebody something if they got something for free that I like, and I have something for free that they like, and we can do some free trading. I got some snowboards like that once.
Oh yeah. Don't you have a few of those out here in front?
Snowboards?
Yeah, or skis. You have something in your gear room.
Yeah, I have snowboard. I have snowboards, some skis. The skis I bought. Yeah, no, I know I bought the skis. I don't remember where I get stuff. I forget.
I feel like they're on the wrong property out here in the desert.
Yeah, but I take off. Like you can drive up to the mountains and go skiing. Not local. I mean, you can just over the hill. I mean, you are less than 22 miles. You're sitting less than 22 miles from a ski resort right now.
Right.
We hiked up there once.
We did. Oh yeah, Lee Canyon.
Yeah. You're and we actually hiked right past it. I got really close to it the other day. I did a little hike. So, okay. What do we have any other questions? Let me see if does the chat have questions?
The chat does have questions. I'm gonna let Logan take care of that. I have to take care of some Zoom stuff. Really,
yes.
Something just came up for Zoom that I gotta take care of. Otherwise, we're gonna have issues.
Yeah. So, take care. Okay, Logan.
It's just you and Logan.
So,
got it.
We're sharing. No.
You having a hard time reading it? I can see one right here.
I don't have Restream, so
I I can see. I can't see the first questions, but I can see the other one. David Miller asks, "Have you tried the Yamaha YZ250
Professional
X fuel injected two-stroke?" No, because there is no such thing as a YZ250X fuel injected two-stroke. This doesn't exist. I have asked the Yamaha guys that I know in testing about fuel injected two-strokes, and they kind of laugh. And they laugh in a way as if they have never seen it before. So, and I kind of believe them. It doesn't mean that they're not testing it or they're not trying it. They would be dumb not to at least be trying it in some way, shape, or form. But as you can see with the new YZ125, they actually had a really interesting name of the carburetor. It was still a Kian carburetor, but it had a name before it, which means to me that they found a way to source carburetors. And the objects of two strokes is simplicity and lower cost and stuff like this. So I don't see them going that direction, especially, just with Yamaha's philosophy is like, hey, if it works, don't change it. And they're doing really good with that. They're two strokes currently. So we're supposed to go ride the new YZ250 two-stroke motocross bike in a couple of weeks, or at least Trevor's going out there from what I understand. So, are you able to see the restream yet, Logan?
Kind of, a couple. George says Jimmy was wearing Scott goggles when the lenses were glass? ?
No, they've always been on top of the game with this stuff. Lexan, back when Lexan came out, I was I when I was just a punk kid, like not much younger than you are currently, Logan. I remember I got Scott goggles because I'd been skiing when I was younger before I was riding motorcycles, and we always had Scott goggles. So I got good Scott goggles for riding motorcycles, and yeah, they had Lexan. I remember that was a big deal. It was made the plastic stronger or something. Didn't scratch. I don't remember. So next one.
I'm taking my 16 KTM 125 SX and going to put a stock 150 SX top end with piston on it. Besides jetting in the gaskets, will I need anything else?
I don't think so. I think they go. I think everything bolts right on. I think KTM actually has a different pipe for the 150. You know, between the 125 and the 150, they use a slightly different pipe, but everything should bolt right on. Good on you. Great way to get some more power.
So, I ran out of questions, so
Okay.
that I can see.
Okay. Well, and I see one from.
Okay, I'll grab them.
Let's see. Jesse G asks. He has a 2017 KTM 1090 with 4,000 miles. What is it worth? There's one in Facebook Marketplace in Ridgecrest for 10,500. I don't know. Do I look like a Kelly Blue Book? My name's not Kelly, and I'm not blue. If it's worth that in Ridgecrest, 4,000 miles. I remember it like 2 years ago, that bike would have been like 7,000. I have a KTM 1090 with about 20,000 miles on it, and I could probably sell it for 10 grand right now. The price is the price. Yeah, I think you just got to
Crisis averted.
yes, see what it's worth. The price.
All right, I'm back.
Hey, let's see. David Miller mentions that they make the Hondas without the DCT. Yes, this is true. Sean Elliott, looking forward to my Thursday AM lessons at Tour Tech. Traction and balance, or is it balance and traction? Balance comes before traction. That's the way it is. Let's see. He asked, what bike should I bring to my lesson? A KTM 690 or a Steer 450X? What air pressure do I want in his tires? Sean, you can bring either of those bikes. We always say you will learn more on the lighter bike. This is just, as long as you fit on the motorcycle, the lighter the bike, the more you're going to learn, because the more of an influence you are on the motorcycle as opposed to the motorcycle influencing you. Air pressure on that grass field, I'd have 12 to 14 pounds. So can you see the questions yet, Logan? Or are you still confused?
Yeah, I had just I just saved the show is what just happened.
Oh, good. Yeah.
yeah.
That's good. The show, it needs more than saving.
Yeah. No,
it probably needs a new host.
I'm going to disagree with you on that one. I think the hosting has actually improved tonight. It's just the host did have to leave, so
the remote host.
Well, I don't know. Can you really be the host and be remote? I don't know if that really works.
Yeah. Okay. I'm the guest. Yeah. Calling guest.
Well, I did.
Did you get us a call-in guest?
I did not get us a call-in guest because I
got to drive 2 more miles. So.
Well, we were over here just playing around with the audio levels and everything, trying to make sure what happened last time we did this does not happen again.
Right.
Because that was pretty bad.
Hey Logan, tell me about the YZ125 and the 250. You practiced your announcer voice and everything, right?
Yeah, kind of.
It's really good.
Okay, let's hear it. Let's hear the announcer voice.
Experience pure
No,
performance.
no. It doesn't start with
It's not an announcer.
Yeah.
So I say, Logan, you read it and you just go straight into the very first word you see.
Experience pure performance and exhilarating power with the full lineup of Yamaha YZ two-stroke bikes. Visit YamahaMotorsports.com today to explore what's new for 2022. The revised YZ125 makes for the perfect step-up machine, featuring all-new engine, revised 6-speed transmission, new brakes and suspension settings, improved rider ergonomics, and new aggressive styling, and more. The YZ250 also delivers improved rider ergonomics, new front and rear brakes, updated suspension settings, and aggressive styling. For a truly race-inspired look, check out the YZ250 and YZ125 Monster Energy Yamaha Racing Editions. And for the next generation of riders, the YZ65 and YZ85 and YZ85LW delivers big bike specs in a larger package. Visit YamahaMotorsports.com, find your Yamaha YZ, and enter Victory Zone today.
Yeah, it's much improved.
Yeah. Logan, how many times did you read that when we were doing our audio testing?
No, not
10?
not
10?
just the question. 10.
10.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Audio.
I would agree with that. We, instead of doing our normal test phrase, the ad reads were the test phrase for our audio checks.
Yeah.
So we have exceptionally long audio checks here.
You know that pull-up bar that when you walk out of the office into my house?
Yeah.
And there's that thing. So I'm going to get a piece of paper here and I'm going to start making a mark every time you say and it's push-ups and pull-ups.
The chat could also keep track. That'd be awesome.
I'll tell you what, you'll lose your appetite for that word really quick.
Yeah.
Always trying to learn here, Logan. Always learning.
Always.
Hey,
always
Robert, let's see. FJE from YouTube has a question.
Hey, Jimmy, what are your thoughts on the Beta RRS 4-strokes?
I haven't ridden one for a couple years.
We're putting the mark down for that, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
I smoothed it right into the question.
It doesn't count. You got to go right into the question. You don't need to smooth into it. You have it ready.
The first word you think is what?
It wasn't like the words were prepared for me. I'm actually buying some time in my head to get this question there. That question is hard to process. So
okay. Well, Jimmy, I'm just trying to help you out here because I know you've been wanting more physical activity. So we're inspiring you to do more pull-ups. And okay. I need you to go on a run with me too, by the way.
Yeah. So that's another word I'll use to stall out. I haven't ridden them for a few years. I used to like the 390, I think, was the one I really liked. And the big one always kind of felt a little bigger and heavier than kind of the KTM ones, which is sort of typical. And they didn't get as light as the two-stroke betas do. So, but it was kind of a more chunky 4-stroke power. Their fuel injection wasn't as tight as the KTM stuff, but I really need to ride a newer version of those. But I don't think that there's anything. There's nothing bad about them. They're pretty decent. I mean, everything. Beta's very conservative company. They're just taking their time, making sure everything's right. And I'm pretty sure they're going to be coming out with something pretty new here soon, because they're talking about going racing, and they're not going to go racing with something they've been racing motocross, that is, and they've been winning out in the desert. They've got guys that are winning hare and hounds and stuff like that. So
I did see like some rumors being floated around that they are asking the AMA right now what's the minimum that they need for manufacturing in order to join like Supercross and motocross.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's all homologation stuff, and they know that it's all put in a rule book, and because I think that they'll, if they're not gonna race with the old bike, I wouldn't think, not at least in the current form. So there's got to be something new, and I think with COVID and all this stuff like that, they're probably having a hard time getting that many of the whatever the new thing is out there,
like parts and resources.
So, what does Robert King want to know?
Jimmy, my wife, just started riding dirt bikes at the age of 54. She currently rides a 1999 TTR 225. It's a tank and a pile of crap. I'm looking for something newer for her. It needs to be light, lower, and none of them stupid fat tires bikes in the 200 to 300 cc range. Any tips on a bike for her?
What about a new Yamaha, a new TTR 250? I'm pretty sure they still make those, since Yamaha's sponsoring this show.
Yeah. I was gonna say the 230. Do they make the TTR 250?
No, it's a 250 now, I believe. They also had so there was the TTR, and then the XT. And the XT used to be the 225 also. So I'd have to look at their their TTR range, but in reality, back to Beta X trainers are really, really good bikes because they're small. And I actually kind of prefer that one over the KTM free rides, which are kind of, I don't even know if they're really bringing those in anymore. They sure haven't been promoting it, if they are. Because you're probably looking for something with a lower seat height. And then the good thing about, especially the Beta free ride or the Beta X trainer, is that since it's a 2-stroke and it's really light. And even when you go to bikes like TTRs or Honda CRF 250 Ls or X's, they're quite heavy because they're built with heavier stuff and the motors are heavy. So X trainer is my guess.
So you actually brought up a point that something I didn't really realize until you mentioned it, that KTM hasn't really been promoting that free ride after they brought it over. Do you know why? Is it just not selling well, or?
I'm almost guessing that if they still are bringing it over, they're selling plenty of them,
right.
And they don't really need to promote it. I mean, they're promoting it when it's new, and it probably has a little bit of a following, but I haven't. And they're bringing over so many different models, I can't keep track.
Right.
But it was kind of an awkward bike. I mean, I had fun on it because it's a little bit like it has a little bit more of a trials feel where the Beta has a real dirt bike feel to it.
Uh-huh.
And the free ride had a more of a it was like they kind of filled in the gap on a trials bike where there wouldn't be a seat, and they kind of put some stuff in there. Gas tank and so that's the bike.
What would anything, there wouldn't be anything there because they wouldn't be promoting it less because of like the gas trials bikes by any chance, would they? Like zero correlation there, you think? I'm literally just asking questions.
I don't think so.
Okay.
But, no, I doubt it.
Which I thought we would see like KTM trials bikes or something come out of that gas deal, but
haven't yet.
You're right.
What does the SS want to know? Good idea.
Logan.
Thanks. Part numbers, just in case. What? I don't know.
Look at the pipe part numbers. Okay. Logan,
whatever.
This is your job, Logan.
Yeah.
Logan.
I was trying to see what Yamaha was making. It's the 230.
Oh.
The Honda or Yamaha has the TTR 230.
Yes.
Right.
That's a good bike, and they actually slimmed it down, lightened it up a little bit. But that's a really good bike. The CRF 230. Kawasaki has KLXs that are good bikes, but they're all kind of, I mean, in reality, it's not that much of a different kind of pile of crap than that 1999 that you're talking about.
Right.
We don't have a TTR 225. We have XT 250s.
Oh, is that what those are? I thought they were.
I'm sorry. No, those are TR No, those are TTR 250s.
Yeah,
So
I thought they were 225s or 250s.
They're 250s, and they're like 2004 vintage or something like that. And those are good beginner bikes. They're a little bit bigger than the 225s were. The 225 was a whole different bike, a little bit smaller. So Ghost Rider host. That's what I am.
I don't know. We could just say you just abandoned Logan and I here.
Yeah.
We can go with that.
Yeah, so somebody already replied the Beta X trainer. See, now San Felipe Bob used to be the biggest Yamaha guy out there. Now he owns a Beta, and what's he doing? Just throwing Beta around quite a bit.
Beta guy now. Wait, he's not on his was that a WR that had all the stickers on it? He's not on that anymore?
No. He's Beta 300 guy now.
Oh. Wow.
Ryan Ward wants to know if I have any tips for riding Moab coming from the piney woods of Texas. Yeah, the rocks are really sticky when you have your tires touching them. When any other part of your bike touches the rocks, it's very slippery. So try to keep the tires on the ground. And then the sand is also really soft right next to the rocks. Run a Kenda Equilibrium. That's my advice. Kenda Equilibrium, rear tire, Parker DT in the front. That's what I recommend.
There we go.
Oh, dang it. So, Jordan Siegel, what oil change interval would you recommend for KTM 500 XCF? Have been doing them vary 8 hours or so, as it looks black and runny if at 10 hours plus.
Jordan, so the oil change, what I recommend is whatever KTM recommends in their manual. Well, what I do is probably different than that by quite a bit, and it depends on how hard you're riding the bike. How much, and they're not like you're hard on the bot, and not like just because you're a faster rider or something, you actually may be easier on the bike. But so are you hard on the clutch? Are you slipping the clutch a lot? Are you letting the bike heat up? The clutch is what's going to kill your oil. If you're not using your clutch, you can run that oil for a long, long time. I know this because I run mine. Let's see, I'm going to think about how many. So I just changed on the bike I brought back from our rally training, and that bike had probably at least, actually I know it had 18 hours on it, because I looked at the timer since for the break-in and all the setup stuff that I did and riding around before we did rally training. Then after rally training, it had 18 hours on it, and I changed it because I felt bad for it. So, but it was fine. It actually wasn't that bad. But you're if you're doing it in 8 hours, and let's see, 8 hours or so, as it looks black and runny at 10 hours. I don't know that 2 hours is killing it. Between 8 and 10, it could be, because the thing with oil is it's good until it's not good, and then it goes downhill really bad, because when it stops doing its job of lubricating stuff, then it starts collecting all the contaminants and the bad shit. So, it's oil's cheap. Oil is cheap. So do it a little more regular if you're worried about it, and call that.
Yeah, he just put it in the chat that he's pretty easy on the clutch and he rides a lot of sand.
Let's see, easy on the clutch and riding sand. Usually those two things don't go in hand, but maybe he's doing it right. That's good. I think I'm trying to think what I think the 8 hours is kind of around what KTM sort of recommends. I think they do it more in kilometers. They say X amount of kilometers.
Right, but as it should be, because metric system is better.
David Miller says, riding in Moab, hurry, it's about to close down. No, that's not true, David. I'm going to tell you that there is a lot of opposition in the town of Moab to the increased use from the loud pipe, disrespectful UTV community, which isn't normal. But with all of the new people coming in and everybody, it's getting a little bit overrun, and there's people in town that are trying to calm it back down, but it's not going to close down. That's false. Just when you do go there, try to be respectful. Just be a good off-roader, and then we won't have these kind of problems. So negative. It's a 1999 TTR 225. I don't know what they're talking about.
Oh, so here, so George was doing some research, and he found a quote. I'm gonna guess it's from Yamaha's website or somewhere. It's the quote is, the Yamaha TTR 250 is an entry-level trail bike that Yamaha produced from 1999 to 2006.
Those are the ones that we have in our school. Those are the ones we have. 2 of those as rentals.
Right. To compete,
that's the preferred street bike of Crazy Nate Shockwell.
Really?
Yeah, street bike. That's his street bike.
For some reason, I always saw him like on a DR. I don't know why.
He had a DR, but that got too big for him, and he downgraded. He downgraded to the the TTR 250 as his street bike. So okay, should we move on to? Let's see. So go ahead, and if you guys have any more questions that are burning holes in your pocket, go ahead and ask them on the chat. We'll come back to that, and let's move on to the
Roost or Endo.
Yeah. So if you are watching this or you're listening to this, remember you can always comment, make comments on the YouTube videos and or our posts on Facebook. That's where a lot of time we grab the information from to answer your questions. You can email us at any of my name at dirtbiketest.com. We'll generally get you some sort of a response. I'll tell you what show we will talk about this on. I was kind of wondering how the cataloging of our past episodes is going, Logan.
So, on the time that I will be driving in the truck, that I'm not driving, riding in a truck, I will be doing that.
Ooh, that's multitasking. How come you're not driving? You drive too slow?
No, we're going to be splitting the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Marathon drive.
There we go.
I'm past. I think I'm almost past where you've got to go to right now.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know where I'm at. Somewhere in Idaho.
So, somewhere along the side of the road.
Yeah, it's
just
some truck.
The nomadic lifestyle of Jimmy Lewis.
Truck stop. No, I haven't been traveling this year. I've been staying home. COVID, right?
Right.
Cool. So good on that, Logan. Looking forward to the multitasking. We're gonna have then I can just point at you and refer back to the episode that the question. So this whole show will be just listen to episode this and episode that. Hey, pretty soon we're gonna have partner promotions with Rocky Mountain.
Yeah. I'll be looking forward to it.
We will have we're still working on integrating into our website, but you'll be able to, if you're going to buy from Rocky Mountain, we will have some affiliate linking stuff there, which will be pretty cool. Matt and I have been out on the prowl trying to, get this stuff working so we can bring this to you. I won't want to say commercial free, but honestly, we can bring you. These companies believe in what we're doing, and they're willing to find ways to help support us, support you, support the sport, support those people. So anyways, more news on that when we have it. What's our first bike, Logan?
So this is here.
Okay. Ron Corey, 2021 Sherco SE300 factory. Been adding stuff to survive the bad rocks.
He's adding stuff since he took the photo.
I'm guessing since he got it.
There's a lot of stuff on this bike. So Ron was light on the keyboard, but I have not ridden the Sherco yet. Not recently, not in the last 4 or 5 years. Would like to, because seeing a lot of people hop on those things, that's pretty interesting. They seem to be doing pretty good. He's got a lot of stuff on that thing. I see he's got the little protectors underneath the bottom of the fork legs. That's good. He's got like a lot of stuff on the forks. He's got wraparound hand guards, skid plates, clutch cover protectors.
The one thing that confuses me is he has Race Tech stickers, but then KYB suspension.
Well, I think the KYB, the thing that the KYB fork guard sticker is on, I'm pretty sure the Shercos come with KYB stuff. That's one of their things. But Race Tech works on all suspension.
Yeah.
They work on all the different stuff.
Got it.
He sees protecting his bike for the crash. I'm guessing, Ron, I can identify that riding area. That's the cinders out of Flagstaff. I've been there before plenty of times. So no dings in the pipe. So he hasn't really started using any of this stuff. Let's keep it that way, Ron.
There is like scuff marks on the side of the bike. Pretty sure. So I think so. I'm gonna enhance so I can actually see it and the audience can see it. Yeah, there's some scuffing like on the frame guards and on the gas tank a little bit.
Stop dropping it. Come and see me. I can teach you how to ride it better. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no, bring it here. If you come to the class, it boosts your score, your rating.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So it goes right in the middle, and then we'll decide later if it goes up or down.
Yeah.
If I get a picture in a few months and has more scratches, then you know that you really need to come see us. And if you show up, it'll stay the same amount of scratch because you won't tip over anymore.
100%.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Next.
Perfect.
Where?
Oh, in the middle.
Okay.
All right.
right
So the next one. So while you do that, I'm going to read the next one.
Just on the north side of Travis.
It's weird. I keep seeing I keep looking down and I see my picture on the back side of this board. It's a good spot for it, honestly. Cool. So this is Blaine Dunn's bike. I'm going to make sure our viewers can see it. I'll blow it up nice and big.
Bike on the back of it's on the front of okay. I have a question for Blaine. Does transporting your bike like this affect the cooling of your truck? Because
that's a valid question, actually.
It is. Well, I'm asking this question because I did this on my Jimmy mover, my Lance camper. I put my KTM 500 on the front like that, and going into Tonopah, and it wasn't that hot. My truck started overheating, and the fan clutch went out. So I don't know if those two things were. I think the fan clutch overheated, and then it wouldn't stay on, and then it didn't cool the truck down on the grade. So if Blaine is watching, if he could let us know how that affects the cooling on that truck, I'd like that. But what do we got there, Logan? What is it?
2017 Sierra 450 RX Scott stabilizer undermount, black XL Takasago heavy spokes with red anodized hubs with cush hub built by Woods Wheel Works.
Wheel Works.
Yeah. Seat concept, Sycra handguards, Baja Designs, Pro Lighting, Trailtech Vapor Built Sparky, oversized IMS tank, street legal Ricky Stater wound for free being his first 450 RX motos. Desert
his I think the lines got condensed here because the motos are the tires. Yeah, they're not. It's not part of the stator. But
Moto's Desert Tractionator.
Pretty sure might have copied that wrong then.
Moto's Desert Tractionator heavy duty tubes.
He's got his bike all set up there. It looks like he's done a lot of work. That thing. He's trying to make it into a KTM, I think. No, just kidding.
Well, no, this is actually this is a 2017, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this was actually the first 450 I've ridden and actually enjoyed thoroughly.
That bike.
Yeah, I remember you had one for dirt bike test, and
so he's taken his RX and kind of turned it into an X in a way. So he started with the more competition one, and did all the stuff
backwards.
Yeah, well, no, I don't think it's backwards.
Well, not backwards, just sort of for himself.
Yeah, the way a lot of people decide to go do that. So yeah, nice bike. I'm not big on those tires. I like the seat. I know the seat's good. All the other stuff so going to that Cush drive, that's an expensive set of wheels. I'll tell you that right now. I know this because I just got a set of W wheels for my KTM 500 that I'm riding at the doing demos and stuff on, and man, they are pretty and not inexpensive, but it is so nice to have a nice round set of wheels on my bike. I'm liking what he did there. He has the big aluminum skid plate on there, and I'm also worried about how that affected the handling of that motorcycle because it's already stiff.
Right.
And that could make it even stiffer. But yeah.
It does have a climb sticker on it too.
It has a climb sticker on it, so put it up higher on the chart. So right. What's our next one?
So the next one is going to be Rick Gom.
Rick Gom. He's a regular viewer.
Yeah. Oh.
I remember the name.
He's been I think he's been waiting a while to get his bike on here. This is actually some of the leftovers from that very first post. This is one of those bikes.
Hey, I like it. He's sent in a picture of his bike in a very compromised. He's on a nice trail up in a canyon. It looks like some King of the Motos type.
Yeah,
type trails.
It's funny. I actually thought it was King of the Motos when I first saw this picture.
Yeah, it does. I don't recognize exactly that spot. I see he's in the Huntington Beach Motorcycle Club. I see his club stickers on there, HBMC. So yeah, they put on really good dual European scrambles every year that I used to like riding.
Okay.
So he's got a 2021 KTM 300 XCW TPI, race tech suspension, FMF gnarly with turbine core, bulletproof rad guards, GPR V4 damper with top clamp, Dunlop AT81 with platinum nitro mousses, pull strap front and rear. All else is stock.
Trevor would like this bike. He has all Trevor's stuff on there. So if you would have just stopped at 2021 KTM 300 XCW TPI, it would have gone, pretty far onto the chart. But let's see how many sponsor products does he have on ours, and they're not tugger pull straps. So it's can't say any of those names again. Yeah. Middle to lower side, Rick, got to change up you got to start hooking up with the sponsors on the show.
Yeah, I know you need DDC sprockets.
If it was a Yamaha with DDC sprockets and, some Kenda tires. I like the nitro mousses though. I'm good on the nitro mousses.
Right.
He
would also need Trail Tech stuff. Voyager would really help him out.
Yeah, having a Trail Tech Voyager on there so you can follow the King of the Motos course would be really good. Yeah, all those things. All those things.
Yeah. So the next one's what's that?
We're not bought off here on this show at all. It like you can't the sponsors will not sway my opinion on anything. Guys should be nicer to the viewers though, right?
I think they like us because we're not the nicest.
Oh, they're okay.
Yeah. We have personality here,
Okay, is that what they call it? Like asshole?
I didn't say what type of personality, but
right.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I'm driving all day, so you got to give me a break. All I see is like dotted yellow lines. Is next.
Dave Black with his stock 2021 KTM 300 XC TPI with Mako.
You see, you should have stopped there. Would have shot right to the thing, but here we go. We're gonna take another really good bike. And wait a minute, this picture of this bike is in.
It's inside. It's in a house.
It's in a living room with a wine glass and fine art behind it.
So, but here's what's really interesting is if you zoom in, there's dirt on the tires too.
There's dirt in the tires.
Yeah, and it's in a house. Like, I'm going to enhance it for the audience. But there's dirt for sure on these tires, and he brought this into his house.
Does his wife know that his motorcycle is in the house? Or does he even have a wife? Well, yeah, I mean, with nice art like that, I don't know.
I would say there's actually interior decorating there, so I'm going to assume there's a wife or a husband. There's someone there who knows how to interior decorate because
another
riders cannot.
Another husband. So we're not judging, right?
We're not judging. No.
Yeah. Hey, whatever works, man.
SS just said he's divorced guaranteed for this.
He's divorced. Okay, Logan, keep going down the thing there. He's got the Mako 360.
Tubeless Cycra handguards, decals, new spring.
It's pretty close to stock. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
The Mako 360 is like a vibration dampening triple clamp, and I've tested them, and they definitely do work differently than some of the other systems and stuff. It's kind of like it's similar to what flex bars do, but different. Tubeless is again new tech. They if you want to run really low air pressure and have the tunability that you can't sort of get with a moose, that's good there. Cycra handguards are always really good. The decals that's his number, I guess. Decals and the spring, which is probably set up for his weight. So that's a good bike. He hasn't successfully jacked it up, but I'm not sure about it being inside the house. He needs a Trail Tech kickstand though.
You know what, Jimmy? If they're cold, if you're cold, they're cold, and they need to be brought inside. No.
Look, I don't even bring my cat in the house. Okay, and I like my cat. My motorcycles don't even come that close. They stay. They're fine outside. But I mean, if he really wanted to do it, he'd have it up on that little table. That you take the art down, just throw that out in the garage, and just set the KTM on a stand on that thing and just look at it, I guess. I don't know.
Well, it really brightens the room. It adds a modern touch to the room. It's really nice. It's a nice centerpiece, honestly. I would keep it.
Hey, for a guy that's got the balls to bring that thing inside the house, like rank it high.
Yeah. David Miller did say this is actually typical TPI rider behavior. A carb rider would have actually left it out front.
Well, the good thing, here's the other thing about the fuel injected bikes. They don't leak until you tip them upside. You have to get them literally upside down before fuel comes out of it.
Yes.
So that's
absolutely upside down.
Logan knows this very well.
From experience, right?
Yes. Tested that personally.
Right. Logan, are you going to bring your 300 TPI into the house tonight?
Well, I brought it into the office. But other than that, not in my
You
house.
brought it in. You brought it into the office. Where?
Your
Here?
house? Yeah.
We did that on purpose?
I think he
No.
just brought the engine in.
Oh yeah,
No,
the engine
a
came
while
in. No,
ago, but
I think for your Instagram, because everybody follows you on Instagram, right? You have a lot of followers now.
I
7
don't
or
know.
9.
I should probably look at that.
More than George. You should you should put your KTM 300 TPI. You should take it to bed with you tonight. And yeah, it just take it to bed with you. Post that up on the gram. That'll be your most liked photo, on your whole Instagram account.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to help you because I listen to some guys that are in our industry talk about how Instagram, how many followers people have is more important than results. And I about shit myself. And I understand it. I totally understand it. But then it's like, so now you're more interested in having this guy do an image thing and he's not going to do his training and practicing. So you're all of a sudden your parts and products or gear are now in 5th or 7th place, as opposed to being on the guy that's winning. And then slowly we don't care anymore unless you make super hot videos. You know what? Here's the problem with that is because your sister could post anything on Instagram tomorrow, Logan, and it'll get way more likes than whatever you do, even if you do sleep with your motorcycle.
Yeah.
So just let that be a lesson to you kids.
Jerome.
I'm off my own podium.
Okay, I was gonna say, do you need to have some wine to go with that?
No, I gotta drive. I gotta drive 2 more hours. I'm drinking water.
Okay.
Jerome.
Here's the next one.
Jarlene. Cop shocks, cop motor, cop brakes, cop tires. It's a model.
That's Blues Brothers shit right there, my friend.
It's a model made before the catalytic converter, so it runs good on regular gas.
Jared Jardine. This looks like a plastic toy.
It looks like it looks like he had just looked up a Google image and then put that.
Yeah, of a cop Harley.
Yeah.
It goes. Now let me be very specific with this, Logan. It goes underneath George's 3-wheeler.
Underneath
George's 3-wheeler. Because that's what George used to ride for work. George probably is like thinking that this is the best bike ever. He's probably logged 100,000 miles on one of these things as a motor cop, and I hear him talking about how good those things were, but yeah, it's got round tires on it, so it just goes right to the bottom of the to the bottom.
Also, please submit your own pictures.
Please submit some more. Oh yeah.
Yeah, your own pictures. Yeah, you can't.
Originality here.
Yeah, you can't.
I still want to know,
search it.
Blaine. I need to know how that affected the cooling on your truck.
I think he put it in the chat. Actually, I think he's in the chat.
I gotta talk to Joe Haller because he builds these things, and because he would probably know about that too. Because I got a little scared. After my fan clutch went out, and I managed to lock it up so that the fan always spun so it would keep it cool. I actually took cardboard and built a ducting, almost like a Formula One car. In fact, you know how meticulous I am with these things like this. So it was Formula One level quality work with the duct tape and the cardboard. And I directed air into the radiator, and I managed to, after I went riding for 4 days, I did get home, and so it did work. But I don't know if it was the fan clutch going out, or I don't remember exactly what the I don't know what the cause was to cause that, but I think maybe the fan clutch couldn't cool itself, and yeah, that could be the problem. So,
Well, I'm glad you had a solution that you could sell online for a very reasonable price.
yeah, I got I went to the auto parts store in Tonopah, and they said they usually have that fan clutch there, but they just didn't have one that day. So
Maybe they just didn't want to sell it to you.
man, that bringing your bike in the house drew a lot of response. So
Yeah.
Logan, I'm pretty sure you need to sleep with your KTM tonight. How did you race this weekend, Logan?
Yeah.
How did that KTM treat you?
Good.
It didn't blow up.
Nope.
And how did you do?
8th and 16th.
8th and 16th. Out of how many guys?
So the 16th place one was out of 72 guys, and then the 8th was out of 22 guys, I think.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
72 guys.
Yeah.
Big class.
Oh yeah.
And this was a works race?
Yes.
Oh. I thought works races were they had smaller classes than 72.
Yeah, it's the open 450 class.
Oh,
so,
okay. Okay, that makes more sense.
Or
then.
open C. So that's a C rider rode in it.
Oh, okay, yeah. That makes a lot more sense then. That was my class when I did for all 6 of my races. Open C.
We need to work on the speed. We need to get you up on that podium, Logan.
Well, he should just join you and Ricky for rally training. I'm sure that'll help with speed.
Different. No, that doesn't help. That's different kind of training. We got to go out and hammer motos. That's it. We got to ride. You got to ride around the circle. We got to get the flat track going again. I'm a little disappointed there's been no flat track activity, but we don't have time to water that thing. Figure eights. Yep, it all helped.
Yeah, no, you should. I think you've shown me how to water the flat track once, but you say I'm not good at watering.
It's a learned skill, because I mean there's a technique to it. It sure helps when it rains though.
Right. Do you need to get more sand for it?
Nope. The dirt mix is really good right now. It just needs to be tended to. So.
Right.
Hey, we have new messages?
I thought I saw a couple other ones, but really, what I've learned from today's show is that we need to put a bike in the house.
A bike in the well, we have motors.
Well, we have motors right here, yeah. But if we had,
motors.
We need a bike and then really good interior decorating.
Hey, Logan, what's in the box, bro?
Oh.
Yeah, this is our segment.
Yeah.
Like, what do we get?
Yeah, there we go. No, he knows.
Hey,
he already knows.
How come we didn't get Ricky to wear the
Yeah,
This should be getting the view count should just start going through the roof now.
It should be. You know what? Why? I thought we had talked about putting Ricky in the hat too. Like I remember this conversation of having.
He's the one. Him and his girlfriend got us the hat.
Right.
So this is my new Scott goggles, right?
Yeah. So we have the Prospect amplifier, which is marble black and white with rose accents, I believe. So we have that.
This is stuff we're gonna be testing here for dirt bike test or using for photo models and stuff.
Right. And then we also have Scott Fury right here, and then Scott Prospect. But it's not a Prospect amplifier.
One of those had a really bitchin' lens in it.
This one right here has a blue lens. I'm gonna hold it up to the camera. That's cool. And it's mirrored. And Logan and I were actually talking about it before. To me, it's like if it's not a mirrored lens, I don't really want it unless it's like dark out. So
right.
I'm kind of like drooling over this blue lens because Blue Crew.
Right.
And I'm not talking about the Yamaha sponsorship. Talking about my Husaberg 300, which is still a build in progress. You told me to wait to buy parts until this Rocky Mountain thing.
we're gonna buy parts through our affiliate link at Rocky Mountain, but we're gonna get that set up. That's like next, because what do you have to buy? A whole new starter?
I do need to buy a new starter, but then I still needed to do do the patch job on that one spot. And
Yeah,
last week I was so busy with the GoPro stuff, which by the way, I'm okay if I never touch another GoPro. That was
So hey, so some of the other things, the Scott goggles, they make a light sensitive lens, which I have the goggles I've been wearing the most have been light sensitive lenses. And then they also have an Enduro one that's like a double pane that doesn't fog. And that was something that they had struggled with in the past, and it's gotten way, way better. So if you've had bad luck with Scott goggles and kind of anti-fog in the past, I noticed a big improvement on that. So those are pretty good. Somebody's saying we should bring back the cat if we want ratings.
You're right.
But cat's hard to contain in the house. It's not really a house cat. It's a wild animal.
And the cat handler is celebrating a birthday.
Yeah, who's the cat handler?
Isn't Erica is the one who brought it in last time, isn't she?
Yeah, is it her birthday?
Yeah, it's her birthday today.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, happy birthday to Erica.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm sure she's not celebrating with my cat.
She's not celebrating with your cat. No.
Hey, do we have another box back there, Logan?
We
Yes.
do.
What could this be in the box? Anybody want to guess?
Is it another cat in the box?
No, I didn't. Did we bring the cat out of a box last time?
No, I think the cat ended up in a box
We
at
put
one
the cat
point.
in a box? Yeah, ended up in a box. It likes that.
It's just a rock.
It's a what?
Yep, just a rock.
Does the rock weigh? Well, let's see it.
Just a rock in there.
Why is there a
just a
rock
rock
in the
in there.
climb box?
It is just
that
a rock.
It is just a rock. What did you think it was?
Maybe I thought it was a cool rock that had like gold in it.
No, because I took the helmet with me. Look.
Ah.
Yeah.
I see the setup.
Yeah, it was a setup. So I got a new Climb F3, which I'm pretty stoked on because I needed my other one was really stinky and bad, even as much as I watched it. But I needed a new colorway for all my photo modeling stuff, so I got this. This is what they call what does it say on the box? Like what do they call it? Like something white camo. I don't think you can see it here. I don't think you can see it here, but like it has like it's literally like it's hard to see, but it's like white camo. And I imagine in the right kind of light,
we could see
it. Looks pretty. Yeah, but this is a very, very light helmet, and there's a reason for it. It's an ECE helmet.
Assault camo.
Okay.
And so it's actually non-DOT, and so it's an ECE helmet. And like I always say, F equals MA. So it wouldn't be something I would use like on you can't use it on the street. It's not really for the street, but it's a very super lightweight, super vented, bitchin' looking, really nice little helmet. It's actually a lower price helmet. It's not the super high end
oh really?
helmet, but this, like when I'm trail riding, this is what I'm wearing a lot of times by choice. So I have the black one I used to wear all the time, and now I have the for the slower speed trail riding, because I know I'm going to try to ditch out and go trail riding at some point after I get done doing my classes. And there's some really good trail riding north of where this Tour Tech event is. So, and the rock is not for testing the helmet. The rock was meant to fool Logan into thinking there was something in the box.
Yeah,
and it was a box.
Well,
it worked a little because the whole time I was lifting it up, I'm like, "Is there a helmet in here?"
I walked around. I walked around with a helmet, and I was picking up different rocks to find one that was close to the same weight.
Wait, you put that much thought into this?
No.
Into
yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say I thought you were in a rush.
I was, but I did this a couple days ago. I did it when I was loading up.
Okay.
Like a few days ago, I knew I wanted to take this helmet with me, and I'm like, shoot, I want to put it on the show. So
it's like I was gonna be honored that you put that much thought into duping Logan and I.
Hey, you know how much thought I even put into it? I didn't even wear it today because I wanted. I mean, even though it probably doesn't matter, I wanted it to look brand new when I did this. Yeah, no, for when I did this here. Hey, this is the other cool thing about Climb helmets, by the way. This thing called Fidlock. This is the way that they're like I'm going to hold this up to the thing. Maybe you can put me up large on the screen. I don't know how. Yeah, it's probably a pain in the ass, right?
Here, I can make you a little larger.
Yeah. So this is
that's the limit.
so this is the helmet strap here. It's unstrapped. Watch this. Strapped. Unstrapped. Strapped. It uses a magnet and this really ingenious locking device. And this is the problem with this. Here is the one problem with this. It's not on my other helmets. And I promise you that once you get used to doing this, like I never take my helmet off when I ride, unless I have this on it, because I go like this and I pop the helmet off. And I go like that and it's back on. Okay. And it will not come undone. Like I can pull on it and jerk on it and try to do any other thing. All you have to do is grab this red strap and it comes undone. This is like the most ingenious thing ever. And it pisses me off when I have another helmet on that doesn't have that. So just saying. So that's the only thing wrong with a lot of other helmets. This is a good helmet. So Climb. Climb.com.
Yeah.
Check it out. They actually have helmets back in stock, by the way, because I've been waiting for that one for a long time.
So it's not just consumers feeling it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
speaking of sponsors, I think do you think it's time to hear about some 4-stroke Yamahas?
Probably, but
yeah.
It says it takes an idiot to raise a village in the chat, if you're wondering what that means.
I think you're talking about you. I think they're complimenting Logan and I there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you guys are holding this down. All I had to do was call in and push some buttons. Anyways, and I'm paying you with rocks. Logan, you get to keep that rock.
Thank you.
You can sleep with that one too.
There we go. You can put the rock on with the bike and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, so Logan, tell us a little bit about Yamaha 4-strokes.
Yeah.
For motocross riders driven to dominate, the Yamaha YZ line of 4-stroke bikes are built for victory. Visit YamahaMotorsports.com today to explore what's new and improved for 2022. The YZ 450F and YZ 250F brings the performance with powerful 4-stroke engines, reduced unsprung weight, and new suspension settings. For the look of a full factory ride, both the YZ 450F and YZ 250F comes in an exclusive Monster Energy Racing Edition graphic package, and you can take precision tunability to the next level with the Yamaha exclusive and industry's only free power tuner app. Visit YamahaMotorsports.com today. Find your Yamaha YZ and enter the victory zone.
You were reading that so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a little practice will do for you. Hey, I'll tell you, for one, we rode the YZ 4-strokes. There's tests, impressions of those up on dirtbiketest.com. And that tuner app is such a powerful tool because a lot of people don't understand how much the power of the motorcycle is tied into how it works all together. And even if your suspensions, you just can't get your suspension, or you're not really happy with the chassis, a lot of times you can make an engine change and it will make it better or worse. So I see guys that spend a lot of time doing a lot of things all at once, and they change something and then the bike doesn't work anymore. So the good thing about that app is A, it's easy to use, and B, it's like getting like 50 different pipes and 5 different carburetors and 20 cams and all these different things. And you can tune that bike to pretty much deliver power any way that you want it. So that is a huge thing. If you're ever curious about some different maps that we have, I know we've tested a few and we can send them to you. The maps that they give you even on their website are pretty good. So that's it. Somebody's buying a helmet because I just did that with the strap.
yeah. And
Yep.
I may or may not have just copied that so we can put it in the sheet when we try to sell sponsorships.
Right. We have a lot of those things. People have bought stuff because we told them to.
Yeah.
Not that we, you should just believe everything we say, but if you're buying with, here's support the people that support the stuff that you like. I'm glad everybody's out there. I'm glad you're enjoying this. So if you, like I said, if you have any questions, emails, share this thing with a friend or two. Let people know, it's not you, but how you have that one friend that asks you questions all the time and you kind of wish they would stop asking you questions. Send them to us. We'll answer their questions. So did we send out the shirt to Jesse? That went away. And
Jesse actually got it today.
Oh, good. And so we have one more Preston Campbell ISD t-shirt.
Yeah, we do. It's I threw it on the couch. It's not right next to me anymore.
So we have another shirt. So what I think we should do is somebody needs to ask all of the people that are out there watching, somebody has to have some question that's just like they can't get a good answer to. So the next person that asks a good question, we're going to answer that, and Matt will reach out to you and we'll get you that Preston Campbell t-shirt. So we'll see that. DBT helped convince me to buy a Beta 300RR, says San Felipe Bob. Like that wasn't convincing. That was just pure influence.
Right. Well, and then you had a couple comments like that on the Beta 200 video as well.
Yeah, most of them do. And it's funny. I'm amazed at how many people, like, after they've bought something, and I had they make a comment or they'll email us and tell us that they bought it, and then, hey, what do you think of this? And it's almost like they want some some affirmation for they've already made the purpose. And that's why it's surprised that we beat up on everybody's Roost or Endo bikes. They've made the purchase, and then they kind of go, hey, what do you think of this? And it's like, what if I said, well, it's just such a giant pile of crap.
Right.
Like, what are you going to do now? You already have it. But there's a lot of people they're just, maybe they're looking for some information. And we always try to do this on our reviews of the bikes. If there's stuff that we don't like, we'll mention it, but then we'll try to address how we fixed it. What did we do to, if this was a problem, what did we do to solve it, as opposed to go, this is crap, and then just move on to the next thing. And as you notice, we don't have like a store yet. We don't own a store that's attached to our website, but we do recommend stuff, and hopefully with some of these little programs, it'll make it so we can do this a little easier for you. So here we go. Got some questions rolling in now. Can I say happy birthday to my stepdad, Nick Gurr? He's a big fan. Happy birthday, Nick, from everybody here at Dirt Bike Test. Thanks, Chris, for having us do that.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Let's see. What is the best way to tighten spokes? I'll tell you one good way, San Felipe Bob, to tighten spokes is to have the Fast Company spoke torque wrench. It's not a cheap tool. It's a really Sano tool. In fact, if you cruise around in the pro pits and you look at the best factory mechanics, they all have one of these tools in their toolbox. And so the best way to do it is to, first of all, start with a nice round rim, like when the bike is new. And the way that I do it is I usually start at the rim lock or the valve stem, and I work my way around on one side, kind of and I know that level of torque from using that torque wrench so much. Cruise around and make sure they're all, just go around. And if you get one that's super loose, snug it back up and bring it into torque. And always remember, when you're tightening one down, you're pulling on the opposite side. So I'll usually go around one side in one direction. Then I turn the spoke wrench over to the other side, and then I go back the other direction in the other way. And I've seen diagrams on how to do this, and I've watched professional wheel builders do it in different ways, where they do every fourth or eighth spoke and all these different kind of methods, or even they actually do it in odd number. So it'd be every 5th spoke or every 7th spoke or something. And then it eventually gets all of them. But this is just a kind of a simple way. And I'm always starting with I keep my wheels kind of checked all the time. And so I'll go around one direction, like I say, hit all the ones on one side. And then I go to the other side and hit all the ones on the other side. And so you're kind of keeping it in tension, because that's really what spokes are doing. They're holding the wheel in tension. So probably be good to demonstrate this in a video at some point when we have time to go shoot that. So that's the way I do it. I have a lot of success with doing it. And then when I get dings in my rim or something loosens up, and generally it's the one right next to the rim lock, right in front or back of the rim lock, or in front of back of the valve stems, tend to be the ones that kind of come loose on their own for some strange reason, or you get a dent or something. But if you keep it nice and snug like it's supposed to be, they just don't come loose. And I don't have, but if you have one that all of a sudden you let get really loose, you're going to be chasing that forever. Logan, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
How come?
Well, my dad knows about it because I just started doing.
That's 2
spokes.
pull-ups before you leave, by the way.
You don't want to know how many you're up to.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to do them because it's just like sitting in this damn van all the motorhome all day. So yeah, maybe you should bring your wheel that's all dinged up over, and I'll get it true, and we'll see if it stays that way. We'll see if
it's good now. We got it.
It's good.
We started from fresh and took them all out, like not out, but loosened them all,
Loosened them all up. Okay. Yeah,
We can do it with
once they go cattywampus, they're really hard to get back. Really hard.
We could use my 300 wheels.
Yeah, probably do that. Actually, I have some pretty bad ones right now. They're just dented, but they're still doing things. Let's see.
Kyler had a question.
Okay, is the 2017 TX300 Mikuni carb? I'm getting fuel leaking out of the air screw. There's no O-ring in that location's options to this. I've never seen that before. Like fuel actually leaking or dripping out of it. That's interesting. Boy, something's wrong. That's for sure. I wonder if the float level is off enough, and then there's something causing that, or maybe one of the mid-body gaskets has gone bad and it's causing it to leak out, but that should not be happening. And have you ever squirted anything bad inside of that carburetor, like, really aggressive carb cleaner, or worse yet, brake cleaner? I've seen people use brake cleaner on carbs and it'll rot the O-rings out very quickly. But you think about it, like the air screw doesn't really need an O-ring because it's only like kind of letting air really through there. It doesn't necessarily need to be watertight, but options for this. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You got to find out why it's doing that, because it shouldn't be doing it. Let's see. Evenly. You tighten your spokes evenly is what George is saying. Is grease better than baby powder for tubes? No. Dean Kemp, is grease better than baby powder for tubes? I would say that moose lube would be better for tubes than nothing, but I run baby powder in them, because it just gives it that little bit of slipperiness between the tire and the tube, so the tube can center itself in there and get in there. But I don't think it really makes that big of a deal. It helps prevent the tube folding up or getting kind of crammed in there improperly or folded up. So yeah, I would not use I don't think I would use grease. I've heard of people doing that, but I've never had. We raced in Baja with tubes forever, and they were baby powdered up, and they all worked out good. So
if we go back to that carb question, what would be like the steps to like start troubleshooting? Like, where would you start actually? Because that is pretty weird.
Where would you start? What?
Like, so you don't know what's going on with it. Where would you start as far as like the process of eliminating things that are causing that?
That are causing the
the fuel that comes through the air screw. Because
so the first thing I always do when there's a problem is I always ask the person that has the bike, the motorcycle with the problem. So when was the last time you touched that? Like touched the carburetor? So with Kyler. I always like to say Curly for some reason. Kyler, like what was the last thing you did to that, or when did this start? What caused it? That's why I kind of went to that brake cleaner or carb cleaner.
Right.
That, because I've seen people do this before. And generally that screw in my experience is screwed in far enough to where it really shouldn't be allowing fuel to come out of that. So like, what did you do? What was the last thing you did to it? And then if you didn't do anything, it just kind of started. Was there any symptom that would have caused this? Like what, because generally things don't necessarily just sort of break. There's always something that goes along. Yeah. Every rare once in a while, something just sort of breaks, but you can always track it back to like, well, I rode it and I did this, so.
Right.
Yeah. I think the float level could be high. That's what Bob is saying. But it would have to be pretty damn high for it to want to start coming out of there. Cause it should easily overflow out of the one that drains out of the bottom of the float bowl. That's the riser inside the float bowl. It should easily drain out of that way before it can get up into the passages and get to the fuel screw or the air screw. And I'm trying to think of any other. I can't really think of a reason that it would be coming out of there.
Yeah, he did reply in the comment in the chat.
Yeah. Okay. I've got it opened up right now. I'll check that. Craziest part is, okay, I've got it running so good at jetted right that it's almost exactly the same fuel economy as my friend's bike's TPI bike. TPI bikes are not more efficient because of jetting. They're more efficient because they don't leak fuel out of the overflows, by the way. On the 2020 TPIs, on TPI run-on, I got 50 cleaners. Let's see. Oh, on Tour of Idaho run. Okay, started getting all the gunk and build up on day 5. Bike ran just fine all the way through the end of day 10. Just getting into it now. So, let's see. On day 8, I'm trying to think. No brake or harsh cleaners. Getting all the gunk and build up. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand that. But the carb issue is odd, says Jesse Harmon. I would say float is too high in combination with the overflow vent hose set high or loop to create. Okay, that's a really good thing there. So he's saying either maybe that vent hose, that float vent, that's the one at the bottom, the float bowl vent, not the ones that come out the side. It's pinched off somehow, or it's looped up that's causing it to overfill. But it would cause the bike could run like crap. And I've had them plug up before where mud actually got into the vent lines and wouldn't let the carb drain. And the minute that carb like filled up with the float, because the float was also sticking, the bike really ran like crap. I mean, it got really, really rich. So yeah, Jerry, that's a good assessment. So I think Bob's getting a shirt. And then Bob says fuel inside the airbox. Well, I don't know how the hell it would get inside the airbox, but it would. The other thing it would also kind of tell you is if you, when you let the bike sit, if it floods the crankcase out. So because that fuel's got to go someplace. I don't know if the air screw is the lowest drain point, but if it was coming up and actually pressurizing and getting into the kind of working its way up into where it can get into the air circuit, it would actually probably start coming up through the main jet or the pilot jet bleed hole inside there, and then start running into the airbox or running down into the crankcase. So yeah, and then George wants to know, how sure are you that that's where the fuel is coming from? Well, I don't know where else it would come from. So, okay. Well, I think that's a good round of questions for everybody.
Bob won the shirt.
Bob won the shirt.
There we go.
Bob, good job, Bob. The spokes is a simple question, but that's something everybody can learn from. So, Logan, remember that when you. Oh no, Logan's not doing that anymore. He got fired after he misspelled George's name.
Was it fired or demoted to weed duty?
Demoted to hoeing the weeds up. So when it rains, you will have a job around the compound.
Yeah.
Yeah, there'll be plenty of jobs. There's going to be bikes to watch. We got to put all the registration stickers on all the bikes. That's another job we got going. And then if you can get that motor out of my Dodge truck, that'd be awesome too.
There we go.
Yeah.
I think he needs to do some more bench presses before he could do.
Well,
that.
he says enough. Like by the time me and him are done saying and so and all the other,
Right.
stuff, we'll be all ripped out. We'll start doing a podcast about bodybuilding and shit.
Yeah, there you go. You guys will be.
I'd like to thank everybody for joining in and watching us. It's been wonderful as usual. Thanks, George. Nice to have you back, posting up some of those links in our chat. If you're wondering when we do this live, we do it at 7:00 Pacific Coast Standard Time, almost every Tuesday night. When we can get around to it, we're getting better because I can do it live from the road now, and it's a little bit better. Like to thank Yamaha, Climb, DDC, Trail Tech. Remember, get your Trail Tech Voyager Pro with buddy tracking. Scott Swartz and Taco Mike for hooking us up with the EXC FE Performance and Tech Top streaming group. So did I do everything okay there, Matt?
Yep. You did it.
I'd like
fine.
Like to thank Matt for keeping this thing alive, not cutting me off of my own show.
Well, I don't think I could. It's kind of hard for me to take over a show when I'm not an expert.
Right. Yeah,
So,
I'm barely an expert. X means previous, and a spurt is a flash in the pants. Right, Logan?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
my
good.
God.
Okay, we'll look forward to your Instagram posts with you sleeping with your motorcycle. I'm gonna go hit the road and do some more mileage, and with that, we'll see you guys out on the trail. So, cheers.
See you guys.